Hello everyone, in this video we're going to learn how to do two-column proof. Now, a proof is a convincing argument that uses deductive reasoning to show why conjecture is true. Two-column proof shows statements and reasons or justifications for each statement of a proof aligned in two columns. Now we're going to talk about the distributive property. Alright, A times B plus C, you can distribute and you get AB plus AC. Similarly, you have difference, right? Now next one, we're going to talk about the properties of equality. Let A, B, C be real numbers. Addition property, if A equals B, then A plus C equals B plus C. Subtraction property, if A equals B, then A minus C equals B minus C. Multiplication property, if A equals B, then A times C equals B times C. Division property, if A equals B and C is not equal to 0, then you can divide both sides by C. Now reflexive property, A always equals A. Symmetric property, if A equals B, then B equals A. Transitive property, if A equals B and B equals C, then A equals C. Substitution property, if A equals B, then B can replace A in any expression. Now, properties of congruence. Reflexive property, line segment AB always congruent to itself, right? Angle A always congruent to itself, right? Symmetric property, if the line segment AB congruent to line segment CD, then CD congruent to AB, right? If angle A congruent to angle B, then angle B congruent to angle A, right? Transitive property, if line segment AB congruent to CD and line segment CD congruent to EF, then line segment AB congruent to EF. Similarly for angle A, B, and C, right? Example number 1. What is the value of S? Justify each step using the two-column proof, right? So, we know that this angle and this angle are supplementary, right? And we know that supplementary two angles add up to 180 degrees, right? Alright, so we're going to use the first letter right here, this right here, right? So we just put the line right here, put 1 and 0. It's going to be 180 degrees, right? So first, we look at the reasons right here. The angle that form a linear pair are supplementary. So two angles forms a linear pair are the angle AOM and angle COM. We look at the reason right here. Definition of supplementary angles, right? So we know that supplementary angles add up to 180 degrees, right? So we have the measure of the angle AOM at the measure of angle COM equals 180 degrees, right? So we're going to explain it right here, right? Now, next one we see the reason right here. Substitution properties, right? So the measure of angle AOM is this guy right here, right? Measure of angle COM is this guy right here, right? So we substitute 2s plus 30 plus s equals 180 degrees, right? Now next one, we look at this one, distributive property, right? So we have 1 times 2s, it could be 2s, plus s, it could be 3s, right? And then 1 times 30, it could be 30, equals 180 degrees, right? Now next one, subtraction property of equality, right? So we're going to subtract 30 both sides. We're going to end up with 3s equals 150 degrees, right? Now the last one, division properties of equality. We're going to divide both sides by 3. So s equals 50 degrees, right? We're done. Now example number 2. It's going to be opposite to example number 1, right? given the statements, we need to find the reasons, right? So we look at answer choice A right here. 2x plus 9 equals 19. And then we have 2x equals 10. Does that mean we subtract 9 both sides, right? So we're going to write over here subtraction property of equality. Now, second, angle O congruent to angle W. Angle W congruent to angle L. So, angle O congruent to angle L. So, does that mean we need to eliminate this one, right? So, this is called transitive property, right? Now, the last one, measure of angle E equals measure of angle T. Measure of angle T equals measure of angle E. This is called symmetric property of equality, right? Now let's move on to example number 3. We're going to learn how to write a two-color proof for this problem. Now given the measure of angle 1 equals the measure of angle 3 right here. Prove that the measure of angle AEC, which is this guy right here, equals the measure of angle DEB, this guy right here. Right. Now, when you do two-column proof of a geometry problem, you always start with the given thing right here, right? And you always end with the proof right here. So keep that in mind. So right here, the first one, we need to copy this one down, right? And we're gonna explain it right here, given, right? Now next one. We have the angle 2 congruent to angle 2 by reflexive property of equality. Now we're going to add this guy up vertically. So we have the measure of angle 1 plus the measure of angle 2 equals the measure of angle 3 plus the measure of angle 2, right? This is called addition property of equality. Now, the measure of angle 1 plus the measure of angle 2 is right here. Actually, angle AEC, right? And measure of angle 3 plus angle 2 is going to be this guy and this guy. So, actually, BED, right? So, this one is called angle addition postulate. And the last one, we just replace this guy right here with this guy, right? This guy right here with this guy, right? This is called substitution property. Observe that we end with the proof right here. So we're done, right? And it's good time to stop. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Remember that if you failing to prepare, you're preparing to fail.
We rise like tall buildings as the chemicals they take us higher. The night's young and it's just begun as she puts her hand in mine.